Pop quiz for you. Which organ in your body boosts your metabolism, helps your immune system, protects your brain, and gives you energy? The answer is muscle. And you may rightfully say, wait a minute, muscle is not an organ. And technically that is true, but it acts a lot like an organ. Muscle can actually send hormones to almost every part of your body and influence them. It can send hormones to your brain, your heart, your bones, your liver, your pancreas. Most people think of muscle as just something that looks good in a bikini or under a tank top, but if you train your muscles and tap into this, it can be a powerhouse for longevity. The only thing is that you have to train your muscles to do this. The CDC says that about 75% of Americans don't get the recommended 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous exercise per week. It also says that most cases of chronic illness like heart disease, diabetes, stroke risk, even certain kinds of cancer can be reduced by 40%. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can tap into the power of muscle and train it so that it works in the background to help you live long and stay healthy. Stick around. Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out my channel. If you want more health related content, please like and subscribe. So I recently read Gabrielle Lyon's book, which makes a really compelling case that muscle isn't just for appearances, that it can actually transform your health and it can protect you against all the major illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, even dementia. She talks about how if you train your muscles, they can even work in the background, which brings me to my first point. You can train your muscles to work for you even when you're at rest. And let's face it, it can be really difficult to stay healthy. I mean, you gotta carve away time to exercise, you have to prepare good meals, you have to get adequate sleep. The nice thing about having muscle is that muscle is quietly working in the background to keep you healthy even when you're at rest or asleep. And this is what I was alluding to earlier, is that your muscle is like an endocrine organ. So your muscles can send things called myokines, which are hormones that travel to your brain, your gut, your heart, through your bloodstream to positively influence all these different tasks. You could think of it like a quiet factory. When you contract your muscles during exercise, you turn on a switch that flips this factory on, and your muscles are sending out different messengers and workers through your bloodstream to positively influence just about everything, improve your immune system, improve your cognition, and to reduce inflammation in your body. And this is very energy efficient. Not only is muscle really good at sending out different hormones to help, but it's also keeping you slim even when you're at rest. So your muscles are burning energy even when you're asleep. So every additional pound of muscle that you have is burning more and more calories even without you needing to exercise. And not only is muscle good at burning calories, but it's good at creating energy. See, when you exercise, you're not only exercising your muscle, but you're exercising a structure called your mitochondria. The mitochondria are the power plants in your cells. And these power plants create something called ATP, which is the currency that your body uses. And your body runs very, very efficiently when your mitochondria are healthy. And it has been shown without a doubt that people who exercise their muscles, that work out regularly, have very robust and diverse mitochondria. They're extremely efficient at creating energy. And so muscle literally begets muscle. The more that you work your muscles, the more efficient it is at burning calories, the more energy that it creates, and the better it is at creating additional muscle. This isn't only just true for your physical body, but it's also true for your brain and your mind. Now, you may think that your muscle has nothing to do with your brain, but your muscle has direct access and communication with your brain. Now, this is pretty unusual because your brain has a defense around it called the blood-brain barrier that keeps out most toxins and a lot of normal hormones that are produced by your body to protect it from things that shouldn't be there. You can think of the blood-brain barrier as something like a giant fortress that goes around a castle, which is your brain. It has multiple lines of defense in it. So it has like a moat, archers, and cannons. That's a lot like the blood-brain barrier. You know, it has tight junctions and efflux transporters and all these different things to keep your brain getting injured from something that shouldn't be there. Now, the interesting thing about muscle is that these muscle messengers called myokines slip right through this blood-brain barrier, and they can have a very positive impact on your brain. Now, let me ask you a question. Let's say that there was this wonder drug that existed that not only grew the size of your brain, but made it function better, repair better, and it prevented things like dementia. And let's say, of course, that there's no side effects and it was free. Would you take this drug? Well, the truth of the matter is that this drug exists right now. So when you engage in strenuous exercise, your muscles secrete these messengers called myokines, which travel through your bloodstream, slip right through the blood-brain barrier, and they bathe your brain in something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. And it has been shown that BDNF is like fertilizer for your brain. It makes your brain stronger. It actually engages in something called neuroplasticity. So it can change the size of your brain. So areas like the hippocampus, which are related to memory, grow larger. And it fights things like dementia. It repairs neurons, it grows neurons. And the truth is that at the time of this video, at least, there's really nothing out there that cures dementia. I mean, there are medications and treatments for dementia, but it more so will halt the progression. Now, I'm not saying that if you take these medications to just stop them, but what I'm saying is that you have access to something that can directly improve your cognitive function. So you definitely want to tap into this and utilize this superpower that can improve your cognitive function. So you can see that muscle is just transformative, not only for your physical body, but your mind and your brain. And this really leads me to my last point, is that muscle is a longevity powerhouse. Now, a lot of times I'll ask people, would you ever want to live to be 100? And a lot of people will say, no way, I would never want to do that. And I don't think it's because they wouldn't want to live to be 100. I think that most people view themselves at that age as being this frail, decrepit, like elderly, senile person with no quality of life. And the truth is that unless you have a solid foundation of muscle, you will become more frail and elderly and weak. For people who own a home, it's kind of the same way, to be honest. I mean, if you have a house or a building that you own, it's like the earth is just trying to like suck that back in. All of the elements like extreme temperatures, storms, dirt, moisture, weeds will just eat away at your home. So you need to have a solid foundation. And that's the same thing with your body. After your mid-30s or so, your muscle mass just goes on a steady decline. And this accelerates when you turn 50, and it just continues to accelerate. So unless you fight this, it's just gonna get more and more pronounced. And so if you want to have a solid foundation and not be this elderly, frail version of yourself later on in life, you have to build your muscles and condition yourself so that later on you have a solid foundation. You know, you're not going to be in chronic pain. You're not going to have limited mobility. You're going to have a lot of activities that you like to do. You're going to be sharp and you're going to feel good. And when the inevitable things do happen in life, like infection, trauma, broken bones, cancer, your muscles will serve as a reservoir of amino acids that will be like care packages that are sent that will help you heal even better from these illnesses. So CDC recommends that you at least do twice a week of some kind of muscular training. Of course, a lot of people think of the gym and lifting weights, and that's obviously a really good thing to do, but say that isn't the case. I mean, there are things like calisthenics where you don't even use weights. You can go to different classes that focus on building muscle. And I am curious, what type of exercise do you guys do? Do you guys do cardio? Do you guys do, I don't know, any kind of exercise? I'm really just curious to know what my viewers engage in as far as exercise. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. If you want more health-related content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? All right, thank you.